Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Couldn't help myself, I've got to get the 3 in there. I'm Ross Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread readings. This morning it is the Lenormand deck. Still, every so often I do switch it into using the Kipper deck. But this morning, no, I decided to use one of those regulars that I switch around. So let's go and have a look. It's a overcast morning this morning with grey clouds. So let's see if the cards are going to brighten the day up a bit. Switch over. Here we go. Oh, that's a wee bit far over. I thought it was closer. And so should that be? But anyway, here we go. It's the Rana George deck that I've chosen to use for today, and it is Saturday, the 9th of November. So that's why I use the different deck for the weekend, something different on the weekends. So, gee, everything's beeping and making noises. Beautiful cover. And it is a deck that is created by Rana George, of course, because it's the label, Rana George Lenormand. The artist is Callie L. French, and she does a beautiful job of the depictions that are on the cards. These are in a theme of the skies. As you can see, what we've got is the clouds in the home space. It's the moon as our general theme, and it's the stars in the workspace. So all things from the sky this morning. So I find that very intriguing. And this here is the little guidebook that comes with it. Now, I don't use it. I just put it there as a balance and just to show what is in the inside of this wonderful box. It's quite an intriguing box in itself because it comes with the 2 sides split, and that is the back of the cards themselves. It's a gorgeous gilded deck. You can see how it's shining. In that respect, in the angle that I'm doing that, you can see the shine. It's rather gorgeous. Now, let's zoom into the cards and see how we go with that. Now, I am aware that, yes, the Instagram view is not as easy to see when it's zoomed in because it's the horizontal rather than the vertical, which is a little bit of a shame, isn't it? But, you know, that's what it is. It's how Instagram decides to show it. I'll try to point it to the card as have the card being the focus in the middle as I'm talking about them. So what we've got here, and my Apple Pencil is pointing to it, I usually start with that central card because it's the theme. It's what we have as the start, the overall energy of our day. And we've got this being the moon for today. So we're going to be looking at how we're shining out. We do know that moon goes through cycles. And at the moment, I think it's on a waning. Oh, I keep forgetting. I have forgotten it again. I know a friend mentioned it yesterday, the day before, when we had the moon in our presence. It is, well, put it this way, it reflects. What we've got the reflection of the moon here in this beautiful image, and the moon itself does reflect the light from the sun. So when we get the earth between the moon and the sun, as far as that physical aspect, you know, and here we've got the earth, that's where it creates the eclipse effect. Now, this is showing an eclipse. Well, I would understand this to be showing as an eclipse in progress. And what we're having is that light reflection is cut off because of the shadow of the earth over the moon. We're the ones who are the energy of the moon in some sense today. We're shining out our light, and sometimes it does get hidden. We're still able to shine out what we can for that time. In this case, it's looking at an eclipse, but the energy is still shining out regardless of whether it can be seen. But it shows in a different aspect. So in some sense, what you're doing is showing different aspects of yourself through your day to day as that moon shines in whatever aspect it actually physically is where you are in your world today. So it's coming out and shining your light, being a little more public of how you are, being a little more vulnerable. You know, you could be a singer, a starting singer who just doesn't have experience or anything and is really shy and wanting to just start out and bring your voice to its fullness. So practice, 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 and really shine as much of your light as you can, because that's what I feel that the day with this moon energy is for. It's really bringing out what you have in your inner essence that is there anyway. And as those phases of your strength of practice and ability improves and increases, the light will be revealed like the eclipse reveals the light again from what the moon is shining forward, that you yourself will grow and shine out your light even more in that sense of being visible. You don't want to hide the light anymore. You are shining it out. You're bringing it forward. You are being seen. And bring that voice out. Bring that skill out in whatever way it is. You could be an artist just beginning your journeys as you paint or craft your sculptures or bring your poetry to light and, to life, really. So what I'm getting here is that ability to shine your light. It is there today. It can be a feeling of being vulnerable, but do it anyway. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling from that. Now, I do have Fiona who's popped in now. So good morning, girlie, and all around. That wonderful blessing for the start of our day. And the gorgeous row of hearts and the say there, third eye light on the hand. That one. Can never remember what it's. For me, it's the third eye. I know there's probably a word for that particular emoji. You might let me know, Fiona. Okay, now try and get this showing for those on Instagram that this is the cloud being spoken of next, and it's in the home space. So where we've got clouds, yes, it can feel ominous, it can feel overpowering with the sense of gloomy doomy type, because at the moment my whole sky out there is cloud. It is overcast and cloudy, that sheet type cloud, not the fluffy whites. But above all of that, if you were flying in a plane and the rest, you would probably see that there is the fluffy white right on top, because that's how cloud formations generally are. When it's, I'm not too sure about when it's the dead flat type of cloud, but there's always going to be some mixture of what is the grey to the white fluffiness of the clouds. It's shifting through. Clouds do not last forever. They are the mist in the air that congregates in its density. That's the black, greys and all the rest, the heavy stuff down low because they're full of water. It's the moisture. It's that is the mist into moisture, that density, but it lightens off, shifts and goes into blue skies. So do expect that what we have happening in our home space today might be a little confusing, that it has got that cloudiness about it and the clarity's just not there. Take some breaths, allow a bit of time for things to clear, and then we will have that is going to be a lot clearer direction, where you'll see your pathway a lot more easily and be able to make your choices as you need to. So that's where we will need to just have some patience and that sort of thing. Now for Fiona, she's been patient here and waited for me to mention the numbers on the cards. Do both bother, hang on, I've just got to read that. Do bother sides of cards have numbers? Yeah, it's both, I think, not the ER. So the both sides do have the numbers, and it is us, I guessed that it was. And we do have a troll in there. Fiona, please don't write a comment there. I go back and delete and I'll do all that, and it might take yours away, so don't, please. Same here, it's cloudy and cold, yeah. Now the numbers are, I am aware of the unexpected visit there, so don't respond to it. Don't write any comment towards it. Okay, so here we have cloud is 6, moon is 32, and what we're going to come to now is, when I move the indicator over there, the central part of the card, and the stars are 16. Now the stars are in our workspace. Just seeing that centers for the Instagram people. Okay, so the stars, card number 16, the stars, this is the continuity. It's really that connection of what we have from the skies. The stars really are about all of that multitude of the pinpoints of light, those other little aspects of planet. Well, that some could be planets, we just don't know yet. The system of stars out there in the realms of the cosmos, they glow and sparkle and shine because there is the sun as the main energy source shining on them in our galaxy, so that we have them really twinkle and sparkle as the energy of the sun moves through all layers of what the physical beingness of this world is. It brings forward that sparkles and shines, and when we look close enough or for long enough at the stars on a clear night, we see the changing colours sometimes of the different stars, and the strength of that signal waxes and wanes a lot. I suppose that's why it looks like it sparkles, that each and every star has its different intensity of light in itself, the way it's reflecting it back here to Mother Earth. And what we have here in this depiction as well is not so much reflections, but the light of what the waves are creating from that is the stars. We've got this that is a monument that's pointing to the skies. Now, I'm not too sure what that monument is. I'm trying to look as I'm glancing over, and it's not absolutely clear. There certainly is a statue on top of this. It could be a figure almost of that, on that, is it the Rock of Gibraltar, whatever, that Jesus statue thing that's right up top of a hill there, mountain there on the edge of the Mediterranean somewhere. Forgive me for not knowing this. Probably very much a world icon, and I don't know it. But it's just having that focus, that focal point of what is, where, in the multitude, we've got something to focus on. And I know for sometimes through the night, as I might look out, go out and look at the stars, there is always one that is more of a strength of that focal point that we can, really put our focus on, so that, it itself is shining its light. Now, this in the workspace is bringing up something today that's going to be a focus for you, that really shines the light, has that shining light of all the little stars, the potential that might be there, but it's going to point to one in all of that multitude that's going to be your focal point, that's going to glow in the dark, so to speak, and really give you that emphasis to be able to concentrate on what that is that you're doing next. Almost like a checklist, I suppose. It could be that you're needing to create some sort of a list to prioritise what your tasks are today, but really hone in on the one that is most important and bring that to the fore, so that you are working consistently in being able to move through what might seem to be that multitude of things to do, but really it's not, because we're going to bring some order out of it and really have that gorgeous scene of a checklist that's starting to be ticked off, if you like, that type of thing. But and spending the time to really focus on what is important in your scene, in what your landscape is of your work today too. Standing back a bit at times too, to observe the fuller picture before moving in, to get that particular pathway and point that leads you to what's next, to what is the main theme of your day. Now, is that going to be that central theme of the moon glowing and shining on the waters of what needs to be, a very ethereal type of reflection in the water, but you still know it's the moon. So we know the shape of what is coming for you today. Okay, so that is the reading. Now I'll go back and catch up with some of these comments. And Fiona, you have been able to put the number there. You added the card in the middle too. Let me see. So it's the 6 and the 1 from the... I'm just trying to find what you've added up. Oh, the 6 and the 1 from the 16. You've got is the 7. The 32 comes to 5. I'm not sure where you've got the 8, 13 there. 32 and a 3 at 0.8, 32.8. Oh, the 8 cards. I see what you've done. Yes. The 6 and the 1 from these, from the pips of the regular deck of cards. Gotcha. It is numbers being shown. So thank you so much. So for those who may not understand that, there is the 6 and the 1 card. Then we've got the 3, 2 and the 8 from the pips, and the 16 is the 1, 6, 6. There we go. Got it all together. And it creates that 6 being the total for the cards. Thank you for that, Fiona. I had to sit and work that one out myself too for a bit. And good morning from Shaz. Lovely to see you, Sharon. Here we go. You've broken that one down. 6, 32, 16, 18, 9. And that's just those card numbers, not the pips in the middle. Thank you for that. A 9 and a 6 for the day. That's wonderful, and it does just depend, doesn't it? Fiona, good morning to Sharon. Fiona, thank you so much for that. It's wonderful to have the different interpretations, even from our numerology as well. Thank you. Grey cloudy days are your favourite. Lovely cards today. I create bottle lights, so pushing forward with those for Christmas. Thank you. Oh, how wonderful. Those little starlights. That's not work, that's play. Isn't that going to be fun? Thank you for sharing that. And we've got La Tarot Boutique. Love from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, all the way from the US. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us. And Fiona, yes, thank you, Roz. I can... Men hard to yeah, sometimes it is hard to understand. It's fine. It's the typing thumbs and all that sort of stuff, fingers. Love having you here and contributing, so no need to apologise for anything at all. And that beautiful string of coloured hearts, all the hearts that are there in the emojis. Love it. Thank you so much for that. So what we have with that reading, I left them up for long enough, really. I forgot to switch it back to me, but that's all right. As the summary, we certainly have that elevation into the energies from the sky realm, from the cosmic realm, because we have the clouds closer to Earth in our home space. That's identifying that connection that is, from land to sea to air to out in the cosmos. So that's that more obvious, because it is a very obvious connection that we have when we have cloudy skies, of that's in the sky into the moon, into the stars, that full realm of what we have around us all the time. So feel that cuddle from the energies of what is cosmic and wonderful. Thank you for being here, and with anything in explanations that I might have, the best thing really is to connect with your own spirit guides in the ways that you are used to be able to gain your own interpretation, because you know the situation that your life sits within and able to interpret them in the way that is more meaningful for you. Mine is a broad general explanation. Touch it with your mind, touch it with your heart, and that connection with spirit as well. so that whatever cards or tools or anything that you use to understand life more, that's what you use. Grow and develop it, practice it, do it every day. Join in with Spirit to get that guidance. Trust your inner gut feelings. It's all connected. We are all connected in that way. Thank you for joining in, and I'll see you tomorrow around the same time. I managed to be on time today-ish, close enough-ish anyway, and it's wonderful to share our energies like we do. Thank you, Ros Gurley, for your divine unique energy. Thank you for being here, and have a good day or a fab night all around. Namaste, I say to everyone. Thank you, and namaste. Bye for now.